Hey guys, so I just got done watching the 1978 version of Halloween. This is a movie about Michael Myers and also about Jamie Lee Curtis's character. Jamie Lee Curtis is essentially a babysitter in this movie, and she begins to find that this character is essentially watching her and seeing every move that she makes. So definitely very kind of off-putting for her for sure. And as the audience member, you are kind of put into her shoes, and you definitely believe the situation that's happening. So great performance by Jamie Lee Curtis. I think that she did a really good job for what she was given with the script. I think that there were some scenes where she might have overreacted, but overall, she did a really good job, and I believed that she was actually afraid of this, this creepy guy. Yeah, the actor who played Michael Myers did a really good job. Definitely felt his presence in the movie, and he definitely did a really good job there. So this is one of those movies that it definitely started a legacy in these kind of slasher films. Slashers aren't always my favorite. They're not like my favorite in the horror genre, but this was actually a really good one that I could say that I definitely liked it, and there definitely was a lot of good elements in there that made it even more believable to kind of get into the shoes and feel the character a little bit differently. So it kind of opens and you are in Michael Myers' situation. You're literally seeing everything that he sees. It's kind of like seeing behind the mask. There was a lot of really well cinematography. There was just certain scenes that you can just tell that they were framed really well, and it just kind of added on to this work of art. And so I thought that this was really good. I think there was a few actors, side characters, and in a lot of slashers, you definitely get those throwaway characters where you know that they're there just to get killed. And so I don't think it was that bad in this movie. Obviously, it was casted really well, and I think that it worked out pretty well. I just think that some actors did overact in certain situations, and they may have made certain characters a little bit too unlikable. One character was just, a little bit too rude to her dad. She was just making a lot of weird remarks that you could kind of tell that she was kind of a weird character. And so some of it was kind of predictable. You kind of saw certain things coming from a mile away. That's kind of just what you get with these slasher films. They're kind of predictable, and you just kind of see things kind of happening before they happen. But yeah, guys, I mean, slashers, again, aren't like my favorite in the horror genre. But for Halloween, I was really impressed, and I thought that, it's a classic. I have not watched any of the newer Halloween movies. I have just watched this original one. The gore is not extreme. There's not a lot of violence. It's kind of just that unseen violence that kind of adds to the intensity of it. Not everything is shown to you. It's kind of left to your imagination. And so things like that can usually work out if you put it to screen well. And I think that Halloween did a really good job doing that. So interestingly enough, this movie was originally going to be titled The Babysitter Murders. So I thought that was definitely interesting because it essentially is a babysitter murder movie, where Jamie Lee Curtis is a babysitter, and there's this murderer who is basically targeting the babysitter and the kids. So definitely a very interesting title, and it doesn't roll off as well as Halloween. It's just kind of a classic title. I think they did a good choice choosing Halloween in comparison to the Babysitter Murders. It just, is a little bit shorter, and it sounds a little bit easier to say. So yeah, guys, definitely a little interesting history there. So yeah, Halloween definitely started this genre of horror slasher films, and I think that this was actually a really good start to ones. I definitely will have to see how the rest of this trilogy is and see how I feel about it. I think I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's not like my favorite horror movie. I've seen a lot of horror that's really good. I just think there's a few things that for the time, you can't really blame it. They did really well with their budget of $300,000. Very impressive, and honestly, They did a really good job with it. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts and opinions on Halloween. Let me know if you've seen the movie. What are your thoughts? And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video.